is the Peter Pinho Show.
Damn, where are we?
PPRN Radio. Always on, sometimes off. PPRNradio.net. PPRNradio.net. The station that's home with your wife. While you're at work, we keep her company. We keep her happy.
What's up, Terry?
PPRNradio.net.
All right, shut up. Fuck.
What is up? What is up, brother?
You look like you've been in the sun all day. What the hell's up with that?
I was this past weekend.
Were you really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
your eyes are all puffy.
Well, that's my. Well, that's my.
That's your allergies?
And yeah.
You're a little bit of delay. Are you on Wi-Fi or are you just on regular phone?
I'm just on the regular phone. Oh no, I'm on. I'm on my. Can you hear me all right?
Your Wi-Fi?
Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, you're good. Just gonna have to be the way it is. All right, who is watching? Let's see who's watching. We got people watching already. Ooh, people on Twitch. People on Twitch. People on live stream radio and Peter Pinho. Oh, we got somebody. He's echoing.
Who?
Hang on a second.
Okay. Is your hair blonde?
What's that?
Is your hair blonde? Is your hair blonde, or is it like?
Yeah, it's blonde.
Oh, nice. I'm jealous. Okay.
Fuck. Hang on a second, Derek.
Okay.
Jesus Christ. This fuck every fucking week.
I'll play you a little Beatles here.
Yeah, play some music so I can. Play something on the guitar so I can test something.
Can you hear it?
Hey, Derek, talk for a second.
Check. 1, 2. Check 1. Hey-o. Can you hear me now? Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2.
All right, good. His echo's gone. Yeah, it's good. All right, cool. Thank you. All right, yeah, thank you. We figured it out. Good. All right. Let me turn off my phone so we don't hear myself in there. You fucking whore. There we go. Okay. All right, we got people watching. Holy shit, it must be a naugy thing, dude. What's going on, buddy? Ricky, please keep an eye on that for me, please. Go ahead.
Nothing. This is really cool, man. This is wild because now you can't be like, oh, you live so far away. I wish I could be on, but motherfucker, you're right around the corner now.
Yeah, that old gag where I'm busy all the time and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I would love to, but man,
you've been saying it for 10 years, dude. I've been on the air for 13.
I know. That's my bad. I'll never forget the last time.
What's that? The pictures of you guys. I was looking at the pictures of you guys on the lake.
Oh yeah.
You got headphones? Maybe you can hear me. I don't know.
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. So I was looking at pictures of you guys on the lake. Mom doesn't look like she aged at all, and your daughter looks like she's like 30. You gotta be shitting your pants, dude.
Yeah, it sucks.
You can't be putting bikini pictures of your daughter on Facebook. Not with our creepy friends.
Pete, let me tell you something. What she was wearing, that the bottoms that she had on that she was gonna wear, I'm like, are you out of your fucking mind? I'm like, there's no way you're around family. She's like, but I got it from Sheen. I'm like, I don't get it. I don't care if you got it from, Mr. Sheen. What the hell? What's wrong with you? So I had to go get her like granny panties. I'm like, put these things on. Jesus Christ. Yeah, it's horrible.
You
I
know,
hate
and
it.
I said it to Ricky today. So we go to the beach and I'm saying to myself, I'm like, back when we were younger, back in Hillside, I don't want to say Naugy, a little bit past Naugy. We were like,
Yeah.
okay, but now we're like, that's someone's daughter. What the fuck?
Yes. Yeah.
Like, have some
It's
class, man.
I know it. I can't take it. You gotta I can't take it when they come over and they're like hanging out. I'm like, what do you guys do? I have to walk around like I'm Ray Charles. I'm like I'm blind. I'm like, what are you guys doing? Will you stop what you're doing? Shut the door. Nuts.
I want to say what's up to Joni. Joni, what's up? You know Joni right there.
Yeah. What's up, Joni?
Joni and Bob Clark are watching right now. And there's other people that are watching, but
Right.
they're not on the chat. If you guys want to join in on the listen to me with my little fucking southern accent on the call, I'm gonna put the link up right here, and I don't know if it comes up on Facebook, but I'll have to look if it comes up on Facebook. But you can just click that link and talk to me, and you know what I mean. Just jump on, and we're gonna be talking about some shit tonight. Um, no, it isn't on Facebook. It's on the Twitch feed. So go on the Twitch feed if you want to call in. Oh, you know what? I can do it right here. Watch this because it's technology. I can do this.
I know. My boy's wicked.
And you look at my hair. I feel like it's a mess. I'm going through a midlife crisis right here. So I'm going to put this link on the Facebook feed. There's the link if you want to call in. And Joni says it is on Facebook. So if you want to click that button, you can join in with us and talk the shit. We'll talk Naugy, as I was just in Naugy this week. And
Were you
I'm
really?
going to tell you, man, it was. I went up really quick. I didn't have time to tell everybody. Just had to go
Okay.
see my granddaughters and stuff. And Ricky spent the
Nice.
week up there working. So I said, let me fly up there on Friday and come home fucking Monday and having that fear of a velo, which came true, and had to scramble because I started a new job, and I just said I had to. We got a text at 2:30 in the morning saying they weren't going to fly us out till the day after, and I just started a new job, so I had to fucking scramble at 2:30 in the morning to find a flight. The flight was at 5 o'clock in the morning in Bradley, so
Holy shit.
I'm not going to say fuck you, Avello, but I'm kind of going to say fuck you, Avello, because
I was gonna ask you
you
how your
blamed it on fog, and it wasn't, huh?
I was just going to ask you how your experience was with that. I've heard mixed all over the place.
I've
Like some
never had
love.
a bad experience with.
Yeah.
Good.
No,
I've
some
never had a
love it.
bad experience. Good.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm gonna wait. So I've never had a bad experience with them, but they said that it was because of fog at 2:30 in the morning, and it was kind of foggy at 2:30 in the morning. But our flight wasn't until 3 o'clock, so I'm not sure what the fuck was up with that shit. So
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go on a big fucking rant about them. So let's talk about you. Let's talk about you. Got a daughter now. Well, you've had a
Yeah.
daughter, and
I've
you
had one.
remember the way you used to be in high school, and
Yeah.
so what's
That's
that
why I'm
like?
like,
Yeah,
well, you got kids, but you know what? It's crazy because she was, I was telling her about this tonight, and she was like, "Well, can I join on?" And I'm like, "I don't know if I want you to, because we're gonna be talking some crazy stuff." But I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. You want to get on there? I got nothing to hide. We were crazy kids, but we lived in a different time. You know, it's just
is your daughter
we're
watching now?
very fortunate to grow up in the time that we did, because there's no way I would want to jump off a bridge if I had to grow up in this fucking time, But
So what is
we
it
almost.
like now? Do you?
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I jumped in before you because you're on delay, so I don't know why.
No, I was gonna say I would jump off a bridge if it was this time, but we actually did jump off bridges, and did all kinds of crazy shit. Went through Unaroyal. I don't know. My tell my daughter these stories about how we used to go in an abandoned Unaroyal building, where we could have just fell through a fucking floor and nobody would have, they would have never found us. But we didn't care. It was like that Saved by Me shit.
Do you want to explain to everybody the time that you and I and Jeff and who else was it?
When we drank that, is that what you're coming to? When we had the polio bottle of Cuddy Shark and you name it, we mixed Cuddy Shark. I think whatever I had above the fucking kitchen.
Let's start from the beginning, though. Let's tell them what we did. We were skipping school, and we found. What's up, Melvin? How you doing? I'm gonna give you a shout out in a minute. I just got to tell the story. We found a We found a regatta cheese container. I remember this, and we had to be what, 12, 13?
We were in middle school. Yeah.
Yeah, we were in Hillside. So we found a regatta cheese thing, and Jeff was like, let's drink. So we were like, we don't know what to drink. So Derek went into Marty Marr's fucking liquor cabinet. The Gilded Goose guy.
Yeah.
So we poured, because we didn't want her mother to find out we were drinking. We poured, it had to have been like 15 different liquors into this regatta cheese thing, right?
Well, easily. And, come to find out later, that was like all the shit alcohol that they used for like cooking and stuff. They didn't even give that to company.
So we poured it in this thing, and we remind you, this is the regatta cheese thing that has the fucking lid that you got to peel off. It's got to be almost a quart, right? It was a quart, right?
It was a quart.
We filled it with liquor, and 4 of us drank off of it. And I don't know who went where, but I remember waking up in Fairchild Park.
Yeah, I don't know where I remember waking up with throw up all over me. Like just like somebody just threw a bucket of throw up on my chest.
You weren't at Fairchild? You weren't at Fairchild?
I think I was. And then I don't know. You know what? I can't believe you remember the end of it, because I just remember being in there with drinking that, and it was so hard to fucking put it, drink that stuff to get it down. We were like holding our nose. We were like, how do we do this? Remember?
We had liquor poisoning at fucking 13 years old, man.
We didn't even mix it. We mixed it with other alcohol, like fucking idiot. We didn't even put orange juice or anything in it.
I'm gonna say Melvin is like my twin, because I just said that, and you said that too. Surprised we didn't. You can't see the chat, can you?
No.
All right. You could. I'm surprised you didn't poison yourselves with that. So, before I start again, Next Level Entertainment down here in Winter Haven, Florida. If you want to give them a call, give them a call. They have a Facebook page. They're also on TikTok. So Melvin's a good friend of mine. So go check them out if you need a wedding. Wedding season is coming to an end down here in Florida. Still got pool parties and your outside parties, and people get married opposite down here. So call now. I think he's booking up for 25, the season 25 season. So our Christmas parties are coming too. So give us a call or give them a call. And I think this wedding season in Florida starts back up in either September or October. I'm not sure, but Next Level Entertainment, give them a call. So, and don't forget Bob Clark's sports show, the Stripe Show on the Podbean. So go give them a call, and not a call, but go check out his show every Tuesday night, 6 to 7. He talks sports, and he's pretty good at sports. So he's also a golf pro. So give him a shout if you're ever down in Cape Coral. Give him a shout, and he could teach you a few things if you give him a few pennies. You know what I mean?
Couple shekels.
So, couple shekels, couple cackles. You know what I mean? Oh, wedding season starts in late August. So, yeah, we're backwards down here in fucking Florida.
Yeah.
Can you imagine wearing a wedding dress in fucking August?
Yeah, no, it's crazy. Well, that's just the way it is. Like, it's almost like you guys are in Australia. It's like your winter is our summer.
Dude, it's so hot down here. I have a fucking air conditioner in my lanai.
Really?
It's terrible. Yeah. That's what I'm in right
Wow.
now. I built my studio in my lanai, but I have it sealed to where I can have, so it looks like a big open room where I can close it for storms. And there's an air
Right.
conditioner in here. So, but let's talk about our fucking reckless childhoods, dude.
Well, you know
Let's
what?
talk about that.
No, we actually survived. I was saying like I was saying again about our breakdancing career, and my daughter again she asked me about it. She always
So
asked me about it.
tell him the story about how we were salesmen and breakdancers at the same time. Tell him the story about us getting into a nightclub at 13 years old breakdancing.
Oh yeah, getting into a nightclub. What about us jumping on the train? We're in middle school and we're jumping on the train from Naugatuck to Ansonia. And we're like, four white dudes. I think maybe we had Eldon Morrill with us. So we were like half cool there, at one
No,
point.
he's not even full black. He's half black, so we were like quarter cool.
So yeah, we kind of, we edged our way in, and but we tore it up. Remember, we were in Ansonia at this club or whatever, and we were like,
Breakdancing.
we were some chips in a chocolate pond in there. But we came in and we were like the Beastie Boys kind of, because we tore it up.
Remember our breakdancing team?
Oh yeah, it was the flight crew, maybe.
The flight crew with the blue and gray bombers, right?
Oh yeah, blue and gray bombers. I'll never forget when I was spinning my head. Remember when I was spinning on my head and I was at like Joey and Freddie's? I'm spinning on my head and I used to twirl my legs so it would go wicked, really fast. And I put my hand out. I broke my wrist, and I had to go to my mother and Marty and be like, "What happened to you?" They thought I got like hit by a car or something. No, I was spinning on my head. I had to go to Waterbury Hospital. Go ahead.
Derek, and Joe Ferreira, and I think it was Freddie Ferreira. We were
Yeah,
walking around this plaza in Naugatuck. It was called the Mount View Plaza, and there was a nightclub called Togebees, and we're 12 and 13 years old. Like back then, you could walk and you can go anywhere. Parents didn't care. I think my mother was out trying to find a new husband, and I don't know, Derek's mother, her and Marty were doing their thing, and we don't know where Freddie and Joey's mother were, but we used to tell them we were going to the basketball games at the Y.
That's
Remember?
right.
Yes. So we were walking around, and it had to have been about 11 o'clock at night. We walked into this fucking nightclub. I'm telling you, if we could sell cars, we would have sold 30 cars in our childhood. So we walk into this nightclub, and we're like, we're here, and we're going to fucking entertain for you for free. And the guy's like, Portuguese accent, what are you going to do? So we were like, we can break dance for you. And that's when Breaking Beat Street and Breaking 2 were all coming out, and they were pretty popular. And we all had on our fucking tight colored leaves with our Playboy sneakers, our high tops, and our fucking flight crew Adidas pullovers. And I think we already got beads by then.
Beads. We had the silk BVDs. Remember the silk BVDs? We had like the tank tops and
the tight ass BVDs. I remember that. So then we walked into this nightclub. It was called Togebees. Samantha Lozier says hi. It was called Togebees. And we went in and we fucking did a show for, I want to say, 5 minutes straight.
Yeah.
The whole place was full of coke and everything. And I don't even think people were interested in it. But we came out running like it was a fucking 80s movie. Like, yeah, look what we did. We just broke dance inside of the nightclub. It was like the best thing we ever did.
I know. Oh you won a major award. That was great, though. You can't bottle that shit. What are you going to do? That was the best. I think maybe Planet Rock was on the speakers. But you know what?
Planet Rock or good.
No, what was great was we had Studio 60. Not a lot of kids have that these days. That's why I tell my daughter these stories. She looks at me like I'm making this shit up. I'm like I'm not. That's where we would go. We would hang out. It was tough. We get
Were
dudes
you
from
with us
everywhere.
when we did the? Were you with us when we did the show at Thomaston High School?
That's what I was getting to. So my
Okay,
daughter
good,
asked me
good.
playing out, and do I have any live performances? I said there's some videos around there somewhere. That's the one thing I thought, that would be great if we had this kind of thing back then. We could have really recorded a lot of that stuff. But I said no. I said it's in the archives, and I said there's another one in the archives, and it's the Thomaston High School video. Remember we rehearsed that everything. And you guys are like, it was always, I was the infamous spin. I could spin on my head, and you were like, do it really fast. And I'm like, no, I can't do it fast. I'm gonna fuck up, and I'm gonna fall off the stage. And you're like, no, just do it real quick. So you're like half. But we had that shit down. It was really, we had like a recital. We were like choreographing that shit.
I had the handspin, wasn't it? Wasn't it the handspin I
You
had?
had the handspin, yes. You had the handspin. You would like pose it too.
Oh my God, we did some fucked up shit, man. No one like understands the neighborhood that we grew up in. You try to tell these, and I know what we sound like. We sound like two old men, but we try to tell kids nowadays,
Yeah.
our generation, and I'm sure they were saying their generation back in the day was this, was that, but they didn't like these guys. They didn't. They have everything we discovered, and they're not going up the fucking mountain. Like you gotta
Right.
go up the mountain. You gotta fucking do
Right.
shit up the mountain. You can't
Yeah.
be not going to the mountain, man.
Trying to hand that baton over, and they're not grabbing it. You know what I'm saying?
Like you should be drinking. I mean, your daughter, I know she's 16. She should be drinking, like making
Oh,
money off
nothing.
of a kid.
Yeah, nothing. These kids don't do shit anymore. I swear to God, it's out of control. The kids, the generation now, they don't do anything. Like she had a boyfriend for the longest time, and I was like nervous as hell. They would just sit in there and like watch movies and stuff, and like not even. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, okay. But then you have my mother and her generation. They got STDs running all over the place. I don't know what's going on with this world. You got
Yeah, I know
chlamydia.
if you didn't get the Q-tip in the dick, you weren't living, and you weren't going to Bristol. I'll tell you
That's
that
right.
right now. I'll tell you, Bristol gave you every fucking disease in the world, dude. It was the worst. Remember fucking going to fucking the kids club and shit like that? Oh
In
my
Bristol,
God.
what about rumors
Yeah.
in Bristol? Going to rumors?
That was I was talking about rumors. I think I caught
Yeah.
crabs there. Might have been chlamydia. I'm not sure. They put a
Yeah.
Q-tip down my dick, so I'm not sure what that was, but I'm sure my wife's not appreciating that. But that was fucking 40 years ago. So too bad.
Yeah. No.
Hey, what was the name of that song we used to change the words to?
So you were the master at it. You had the one from Dirty Dancing, Patrick Swayze. What the hell does it go? I feel her breath in my face, her body close to me. But you would do like, you would put, I put her breast in my face, her pussy close to me. And it was like, I'm out of Vaseline.
That was the part I remember. I'm out of Vaseline. And then the other one was we used to say, if you don't know
Queen.
Portuguese, we used to say Caribbean Queen. Gordine. Gordine is a fat girl or fat guy.
And we'd always be like, e cheira bem, cheira mal, Portugal.
It wasn't even a song. We would remember we would clap
No,
to it. So Shada Bane, and the E doesn't even go in front of it. Shada Bane was it smells. Yeah, it smells good. And then we would say E Portugal. So we would get so fucking riled up. We would go E Shada Bane, E Shada Bane, E Shada Bane, Shada Mal, Portugal.
That was awesome. Oh my God, it just brought memories back from Port Cafe. Eating the
I was just
sardinias at
telling,
Port Cafe.
I
Hey,
was
is
just
that
telling
place still
the
there,
lady.
Port Cafe?
Yeah, it's called the Avenue Cafe now.
Oh, okay. I got drunk as shit
I
in
was
there
just,
a couple. I think I was in
who
there. You
remembers?
what's that?
Go ahead.
No, I just
I said,
because of not only you, but Victor Quintal. I used to hang out with him and his family. They would get you would get hammered. They would have the wine and put it in the ginger ale, the Castle ginger ale, and it was like a spritzer. We're young and we're getting lit.
dude, it was.
Am I
You
right?
guys don't understand. You didn't grow up in Naugatuck. You didn't have a fucking life. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You didn't
Yeah.
have a life if you didn't grow up in Naugatuck.
And I'm telling you,
Everybody can say,
you know what was great about our neighborhood? And I wasn't even from. I lived downtown, and my mother, I begged her to move up to Andrew Ave, and so she was like, "No, fuck you." I was like, "All right, fine." So I moved in with Jeff Hensley instead. I moved up to the neighborhood. I left my fucking family at downtown.
it was, it was that good of a neighborhood, though. I don't blame
Oh
you. I do
man,
not blame you at all, man. I don't blame you at all. So, you remember going to Friendlies and squirting the ketchup at the ceiling?
was it Friendlies or Farm Market? What was it? Farm Market or farm
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 shop,
shop?
farm shop, farm shop.
Farm shop.
Yeah,
Yes, we
farm
did
shop. We used to.
crazy stuff. Oh my God. I was trying to go through it in my head, some of the shit that we did on Mischief Night. I mean, we used to get chased by we'd go back through old man Traska's yard. Remember we would cut through there and he would lose his fucking mind. It was just a crazy it was so much fun though. God.
I think those people still hate us for doing that shit.
I think they're all dead by now. They gotta be.
Oh,
Well, some of those neighbors they wanted to kill us. Well, hey, what are you gonna
so
do?
I want to do. I want to give a shout out to all the people from Naugatuck that died too. Larry Coons, John Fruin, Jason Gruner, um, Tony Texera, he's gone.
Oh, I
Tony
didn't know that.
Matos, Portuguese guy, he's gone. Just a shout out to everybody and everybody that's sick right now. And
Yeah.
Brian Nixon, who got hurt, he's getting better. And Joe Chabanis, he had a major issue with his heart. He's
Wow.
coming back. He's coming back strong. So Louis, Anita's brother, um, he passed away as well. So just give a shout out to
Wow.
everybody that passed away. So, yeah,
Rest in
pretty
peace.
fucked up, man.
Rest in
Yep.
peace. I know.
Raymond's his name.
Oh, what's his
Okay.
name too? Passed away. Remember Franny? Franny Ford Fairlane? Franny Fuchara? Right?
Randy died?
Remember? Yeah. Yeah, he
Man, that
passed.
sucks.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I used to.
And to
I was.
everybody that's struggling too right now, too, man, get better.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
try to
man.
do group chats. I'm not going to put names out there, but I try to do group chats with people that I know are still struggling. Man, it's okay. We're not going to judge you. We just want you to be better, dude. I don't
For
want to hear,
sure.
oh, I'm going to do clean. I'm going to do better. No, you're not. Just do less.
You got
Do
to
something.
do it.
Just
You got to do it. Hey,
stay
man, it was
alive.
me. It took me to walk out of Harford County Prison and not have anything but the shirt on my back, and it was
How
either
long were
get
you in there
busy.
for?
I was there for a little over a month. It was because I got caught driving under suspension. They were like, "Yeah, you can't do that." They threw me right in there. And when I was in there, and listen, like when you're a lot of people ask me like, "How do you stay sober?" I'm like, "Well, when you're in Harford County and you're detoxing in prison in the dorms, that shit stays with you. So you never want to go back there." So that was huge. Things happen for a reason. I believe it. I wholeheartedly do believe it. And it's just it's got to be in you to get yourself out of it. But you can do it.
I think there's. I think. Oh, that's better. Okay. I turned the air conditioner up. I think because we lived in a town It had 33,000 people and 33 bars, and there was just like nothing else to do. But everybody had a fucked up life there. We all partied. We all partied too much. I brought mine into my 40s. I brought my partying into my 40s. I fucked up my lungs. I got COPD now, so I'm trying to keep that at bay because
Yeah.
it's not like it used to be. It is terminal, but it's not like it used to be. I mean, you don't die like a fucking painful death. You can live into your 70s, 80s sometimes, but
Yeah.
yeah, you just here's the thing about Naugatuck, and I'm going to get serious with you guys. I know you guys tune into for laughs and everything, but here's the thing about Naugatuck. You had to. What it was is your family wasn't there for you growing up. You didn't. What's up, Dave? Dave Walsh is saying hi. Um,
What's up, Dave?
you didn't have like family that would read to you or was there for you. Didn't go to your baseball games. You know what we were like, Derek, Dave, all these guys. Bob was older, so not so much Bob, but you know what we all were? We were a big family because, dude, we would get up at fucking 7 o'clock in the morning. And that's probably why I get up early now, but we would get up at 7 o'clock in the morning and we would fucking go and get ready. And we were just, our biggest thing was seeing everybody's face at the park, especially in the summer when they had the arts and crafts fucking thing. And we had the field trips up the mountain, or we just took our own little fucking field trips with Larry Coons. And we
Yep.
brought a little backpack cooking oil and we would go up the mountain and cook all day and come back down. But I think the thing is because we can let anybody in Naughty, we can look at each other and be like, go fuck yourself. I hate your fucking guts. But if someone from the outside says it, we're like, go fucking talk to him like that.
Yeah.
Don't fucking
No.
tell Dave or don't tell Derek to fuck off. I'll fucking beat your face in. You know what I mean? I think we're like a family like that. But I think, you know what it is too, because we don't need to see each other for years. But the minute we do, like we're doing a show about it, but like the minute we see each other, because I seen a couple people this weekend in Sully's, and I was just like, "Oh man, this is like from 30 years ago." The same people in Sully's, and you know what I mean.
Really?
It's heartbreaking seeing the same people.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go to Sully's, but it's just
Yeah. But you know what? You
Smell.
hit it. You hit it right on the head, Pete, when you said that we didn't. Our parents, not that they weren't there, but our parents. We came from blue collar families. Our parents hustled. They were working constantly, so we had each other. And you're absolutely right there. And those trips, like you said, going up to the gorge, those were the best times ever. Forts. We had all kinds of forts. Coonsy's shed in his backyard. I can't even tell you the memories and the laughs with
My
fucking
first street swinger, man.
with Pat when Pat Tortorici, when we were inside Coonsy's shed, and I think it was me and Riga and Coonsy. I forget who else was there. Maybe Nos and Nose. He was banging on the door, and he was like, "Let me in, come on!" And I think we were probably smoking some hash or whatever. And he's like, "Let me in." We were like, "We don't believe it's you." And Coonsy was like, "We don't believe it's you. Stick your nose through." There was like a little crack in the shed. He was like, "Stick your nose." This is a fucking dead honest story. He goes, "Stick your nose in there so we know it's you." He sticks his nose in, and Coonsy flicks his fucking nose, and fucking you would have thought nose. He almost knocked the whole fucking shed down, trying to get at us. But he had that Murray nose, from. Remember that, like the Odd Couple, Murray would stick his nose in, the peephole.
Larry did some fucked up shit too, because I remember we were at the middle school, and it was me, him, Troy Culver, a couple of other people, but we broke into Andrew Avenue, and we ripped all the turkeys down, and we did some graffiti and shit on it. But we went to the back of the generator, and I still hate Larry to this day, but I've God rest his soul. But we went to the generator, and Larry used to climb the fucking the thing that produced electricity,
Yeah.
and climb the roof to get the balls off the roof. Like everybody used to lose balls at recess. And I remember he got all the balls down, and we were standing at the bottom, We were all waiting for him to come down, and I felt this fucking water hitting my head, fucking pissing on me, motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like that's the shit you just want to fucking wait till he's sleeping and punch him right in his fucking face. But God rest his soul right now. But still kind of fucked up.
If
Probably
he was
what
here,
scarred my childhood. He apologized for it, but still, it's fucked up. You don't do that to a human.
Oh man!
But I'm at the age where I don't care. I'm going to admit it. I don't care. It's just that's just the fucked up shit we. And I'm sure other towns and other cities had their thing, but you weren't Naugatuck. You
were Naugatuck, man. Especially you have the basketball games too at the park. Oh man, like brawls. We would have
the park
balls with each other. Like playing football, it would turn into a like the Dumas and Brad and his brother. They got when they moved into town, it was all over.
No, when the fucking first black family in Naugatuck moved into town, everybody was
like, Steve. Remember Steve?
Not in our neighborhoods or not. No way. And they ended up being like really cool. Remember Mikey?
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh man.
but the thing about Naugatuck is there was like different neighborhoods. Like if you were from Fairchild, you were cool.
Yeah.
If you were from Long or from Indian Hills, like you weren't.
Indian Hills. But you know what? It was funny because remember that it was like always a little rivalry, City Hill, Hillside era. But I don't know. As we got into high school, I think the partying took over, and and it was like we didn't really give a fuck. Even when we were
doing coke we were doing coke junior year. I remember going to the fucking prom.
Yeah, I remember doing bumps in your. I remember doing bumps in your Datsun 280ZX when you were dating Chrissy.
The parking lot. I remember the parking lot, and I remember when the cop cars used to get the blueberries on top, the blue lights. But dude, it was a bunch of us. I'm not going to put any names up there. There's a couple of people who are prominent people, and I'm not going to put their names out there. But we were sitting at our junior prom, and there was a table of Joe. I remember trips to Bridgeport too. There was a table. There was like 14 of us, and I remember the waitress came by. It was AquaTurf, I believe, and she's like, "Are any of you going to eat?" We were like, "No, we're good. We're good. Just leave the plate there." No, we're good. We were so fucking high.
Yeah,
we were so fucking high, dude. And then we had the parking lot and the shit that we should be dead post parking lot. There was so much shit that went on up there.
Yeah.
Did you ever hang out at the parking lot or no? You weren't that.
Which parking
you were already
lot?
In Carroll Street.
See, my
store.
Oh, you know what? Not as much. But I remember we would go to like Lantern Park, or we're at Linden Park a lot.
Love you too, Joe. Get better.
Yeah.
No, you were a Lantern Park dude. Ronnie Adams is on too. If the lot could talk. Yeah, no shit, Ronnie. If the lot could talk, you know what? If the lot was there still, we would have to have those AED machines installed, defibrillators, man. Holy fuck. I remember you used to go to Lantern. Yeah, me and you basically split up. Like as we got older, you were more hanging out with Gene and everybody, and I was more hanging out with Waterbury people, and then more people on the radio side and all that other shit. But
yeah,
it was still cool, man. I mean, it was nice because it separated itself because the West Side had all the hot rich chicks.
Yes.
The people on the Indian Hill side, they had a mixture of hot, not so hot as the West Side, but not so rich, but chicks. And then you had Lantern Park, and then you had South
Park.
What was nice
what was there? Yeah.
What was nice about that is because those were the chicks that had the nice bodies but really ugly faces.
Yeah, and it didn't matter. Like if you were 3 sheets to the wind, it was okay. It was all right. I always, I'm not going to name names either, but there was a party once, and this was going way back. I don't know, it was like either junior year or whatever, but I was high as shit, and we had some shitty Coke, and I was on the toilet, and this girl, I'm not going to name her names, but she came into the bathroom, and well, the expression, the Blumpkin or whatever, that's it came to fruition that night. Yes. And I didn't even know it was called that back then. It was never that called that. I was on the toilet, girl came in. You can put it together. But they were, like when all those, the fucking Dirty Mustache or whatever, Dirty Sanchez, when they were coming up with names and all that. My buddy's like, hey. And I'm like,
Dirty Mustache.
The Dirty Sanchez. They came up with all those crazy names.
Oh.
One of my friends said a Blumpkin. I'm like, oh, I did that back in high school. And they're like, no, you didn't.
Yeah,
like, you'd be.
We didn't have names for that. We didn't have names for that.
We didn't have.
I remember when you were. I remember when you were not you personally, but when you were a loser kid. I'll raise my hand. I was one of them. I wasn't popular, but I wasn't lonely. But I remember like it was Hillside Middle School, and everybody was like, oh, dude, like I'm trying to put, if you could see my finger, I'm putting it near your nose.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, smell that. Smell that. Who is that? And what is that? And you got to the point where everybody like fingered the same chicks. So you're, oh, that's Lauren. Okay, yeah. But I never really did a lot of that. I never really did a lot of that.
You know what? I was so fucking naive because there was a lot of girls that are like, we always thought you were kind of, and I'm like, really? I don't know if I was too stoned back then or I just didn't really, But yeah, you're right.
Oh, you were good, man. You know you were.
What's that?
No, but Derek, you were a good looking kid. You know you were. But listen, I used to do this, and then I would be so mad because all my friends were fingering people because I wanted to be cool. I always tried to fit in. So I would take my finger and put it under my armpit and let it sit there for like 5 minutes. And then I would walk around up and down Church Street. I'd walk up and down Church Street and be like, yeah, that's a new one. That's a foreign one. You guys don't know that one.
Like, yeah. We're like,
and they were smelling my armpit.
Yeah. We were like, man, that smells like shit.
You got to do things to try to fit in. That's my point. Like, why should I have to try to fit in?
No, you should never have. You should never have to. And that's kind of like the cool thing about the neighborhood too that we grew up in. The music wise, we had hip hop, we had the Grateful Dead, we had heavy metal. Everybody seemed to get along. I mean, granted, there was a little friction there when we, when we first got into, like, for me, my freshman year. I remember that was like a big thing with the spin heads and the rockers, but that only lasted, I think it was
yeah, all you fuckers fucking abandoned me when I came back from Caner. He's a spinhead. You guys were my friend like when we went back to the neighborhood, but in school everybody was like, yeah. So I had to fucking, matter of fact, I think Ronnie was the one that inspired me. I had to go back and fucking buy an Ozzy shirt. And I remember walking in the fucking with an Ozzy shirt.
You were the one you had. I remember going up to your room, and you were like, "Yo, check this out!" And you played what the hell was it? The Ultimate Sin by Ozzy. That was like you remember that? You remember that cassette?
That was the only album I had because it was the new rock.
That was the only one, right? You had the Ultimate Sin. I remember it.
Yeah, because I went to New Haven to watch it. I remember, but I remember Ronnie when he used to come in around the parking lot, which you never really went to. He would blast a lot of Priest. So then I'm like, this ain't so bad. I guess I'll start listening to Priest. But I still stayed with my shit on the DL when I used to go up to Waterbury to hang out and stuff. And, it started to seem cool that you guys hang out with black people and friends and all that other stuff.
But I remember hanging out with you once in a while, me, you, and Al Silva. Remember? We would go to Colonial
Oh my
Plaza,
God.
get
Why
a
aren't we
nickel,
dead with that, dude?
and we would get 5 on it. Yeah.
Why? Why aren't we dead with the way that dude used to drive?
Remember that Monza Spider? That fucking thing.
I remember he moved away to Massachusetts and he became a fisherman and he came back with his Spider, this red car. And he
Yeah.
wakes me up at 3 a.m. and I think my mother was out for the night and plops this fucking 8-ball on my table. I remember being up for 2 days with him in this brand new car that he had. Because he went to go be a fisherman, so he was making thousands and thousands of dollars. He
Yeah.
would go out for like 2 months straight, and
right?
then he would come home with a handful of money.
Yeah. I remember that too. He was still in high school or something, right? Didn't he just say fuck it and he just went up there?
Yeah, he
Or
quit,
maybe
quit
he
high
was a
school and
little
moved
older
up
than
there.
us, right? Was he a little older than
No,
us?
he's only about a year older than me.
You're older, yeah. I
Because you're
remember
younger
that.
than me.
We talk about a handsome dude, man. That dude he could pull any chick. It's like, especially in that Spider, man. Oh, I'll never forget
He
it.
had a fucked up nose too. I remember that.
But he could pull the ladies.
Hey, if your daughter's listening, say hi in the chat, will you? We want to see if you're listening. What's her name, Lydia?
Who's
What's your
that?
daughter's name?
Oh, Adriana.
Adriana. Why did I think Lydia?
Yeah, it's close enough. I was,
idiot.
Yeah, I don't know if she's listening. She's probably not. These kids too. Everybody's diagnosed with ADHD. Yada yada yada. I don't know. My mother, like, her only thing with me was she said I was like, hypoglycemic, so I couldn't have sugar. But everybody else, I mean, I don't know. We probably all had ADD. We were a little dumb back in the day, but nobody got. I don't know. I don't remember taking Adderall for it. Do you?
We all had AD. Yeah, you know what they used to do? They used to fucking bring me because I don't think I've ever went on a field trip once except for oceanography. Okay, so they used to bring me in the nurse's office and put these headphones on my ear. It's probably the start of my radio career. They would put these headphones on my ear, right? And you would hear, or you would hear like the littlest beeps.
Oh yeah.
Can you hear that?
Okay.
They used to think because I used to fuck around so much, they used to think I was deaf.
Oh really? What?
Yeah. So they used to do these things. So the little that they knew that they were fucking all killing us because what is it, 5 or 10 feet? I don't know. Did you go to Andrew Avenue?
Yeah. Oh no, I went to Salem.
You went to Salem. 5 or 10 feet from the fucking office, the nurse's office, was the fucking teacher's smoking room. And that thing used to billow smoke like a fucking chimney. You remember that shit? And then you remember when we went to Hillside and we were like, Mr. and Mrs. Shifley, they're doing something. They got to be doing something. They're doing something.
Well, she went from Mrs.
Because
Crosby.
you can't be that friendly. You cannot be that fucking friendly.
Yeah.
Remember, they ended up getting engaged while we were in school.
Yeah. We had a great, that one group of that year of, class. What a great class. And yeah, Mrs. Shifley, she's the best. And she was Miss Crosby first, and then I'm like, Miss Crosby, you went from Miss Crosby to Miss Shifley. What's going on here? And I'll never forget we went to Holiday Hill on a field trip, and me and Robbie Pulaski, we were blasting Electric Avenue. Like the whole time I had my boombox, and she was like, I don't know how she did it, but I don't know how she didn't throw that thing out of the fucking window. But she was like, I'll never forget that. I couldn't get that song in my head forever.
Holiday Hill was a good time too.
Yeah, that was a cool trip. We had some, wasn't bad. Quasi.
So we had a as you get older, you learn. We'll get back to some more stories. As you get older, you learn to play some music. You want to show everybody what you learned? What you want to play us a tune there?
Oh yeah, all right. You really okay?
Yeah, play us a tune. What the fuck? What do you got? What do you got? The Gilded Goose? What do you got? The Gilded Goose album, or what's going on?
So when I first came back from the Navy, I came back with his wife. I went all the way out to Hawaii to fucking meet someone from Meriden. Because I'm from because that's just who the fuck I am. I don't know. Anyways, a long story short, whatever, we break up, and then I formed this band with these guys, and we started playing music. The name of the band was Soul Potion, and it was great. We had a blast doing it. It was so much fun. We got to open up for John Entwistle, which was the bass player for the Who, and I remember meeting the guy, and he was like deaf. He couldn't hear. You want to talk about deaf? And I was like, "Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you." And he's like, "All right, okay." He's like, "Piss off," or whatever. But anyways, long story short, so we ended up writing some originals and stuff. So I'll play you one of the originals. All right. I guess that's the best intro I can do.
Here we go. Ready?
Can you hear me? All right. What is this? That was me.
You smell like Vaseline. That girl is a Gordine in the Navy. In the Navy. In the Navy. Woo! All right, we're gonna get you.
Look at that, dude. That's the best. That just reminds me of the Blue Oyster Bar from.
All right, let's hear your song.
Okay, all right. This one's called Underway. I'll just do a couple verses and see how it sounds. All right. This one's called Underway. It's about a girl and that your ship is going to be underway. When I was in the Navy, when you were taking off, you were Hayes Gray and underway. That meant you were about to be out. So all right, here we go.
Okay.
Okay.
Heartburn?
One thing that she can say, she won't be coming around. If she can't run, if she can't hide, say the things, girl, you feel inside. 'Cause when you're on your own, it's another day. Gonna feel alive, yeah, in that way. And you wake up from the rain, you wonder how you got this way. Couldn't stay here one more day. But don't look now, your ship is underway. You're feeling like you're on round, but you're the one who can make it happen. And sometimes you have to walk away. Don't look back now, don't be afraid. And you wake up from the rain, wonder how you got this way. Couldn't stay here one more day. But don't look now, your ship is underway. Underway, yeah. Yeah, your ship is underway. Okay. Woo!
Is that something you wrote?
Yeah.
Oh,
What'd you
that's pretty
think?
good, dude. I didn't know you had that in you.
Really? You like it?
Oh, yeah, I do.
It's got a little What's that?
I think other people like it too. I'm waiting for comments. Yeah, it's got a little
It's got a little three eye, what is that? Third eye blind kind of feel, right? Maybe I don't know.
um no, who do I want to think? I don't know, Rick, you might know. What is that?
It was wrote. I wrote it back.
I don't know. Maybe Third Eye Blind. I don't know. Maybe shit. Maybe 311. Maybe acoustic 311.
All right. Yeah. Okay. I like that. That's cool.
I don't know if my wife's listening, if she can agree with me or not. But
Oh,
I'm
that's
looking right
cool.
at her. Can't even look over here. Yeah, dude. I used to thought you would. Who inspired you to play the guitar?
Oh, that's an easy one. That was my main man Marty. You know, he 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 came into my life, and that man, changed my life for in so many ways of great ways.
When did he pass,
And
sir?
oh shit, it's been 10 years now. Yeah,
Wow,
yeah,
really that long?
yeah. I miss him, but he, I think about him all the time. Every time I pick up the guitar, if I play a song or I think of something, he always comes back to me. We would play dueling banjos, and he had that goddamn banjo. And he used to play that thing when we moved to Thomaston, and I would come back from working at Anthony's in Watertown. This was right before I moved up to Mass, and every Sunday I'd be like hungover as hell, and he'd fucking be like, drive me crazy. But I think about it now, and I'm like, but yeah, no, he was a big inspiration, for music and everything. Like where we grew up. We grew up with great music. The rock and roll and just the mix of like the Beastie Boys and when Run DMC and Aerosmith collaborated together, that was magical.
Does it make you
But
sad that we're getting this old now?
it is sad, when I see other people's kids that are having kids, and you're a grandparent, right?
Yeah,
How's
times
that?
two.
How is it being a granddad?
I love my granddaughters to death. You know what I mean? Like when I first got my dog, I couldn't stand him. I wanted to punch him in the face because he's a husky. So all huskies are assholes. You know what I mean? But I love my granddaughters. But the first one was hard because she didn't appreciate she was a kid. I know that.
Yeah.
And this gets to be a good story. So I don't want everybody thinking I'm such a fucking dick. But I didn't really get along with her well because I don't like the way people raise their kids nowadays. I'm always going to be to old school. Like, I'll give you an example. Like, she'll be eating and there'll be a plate of food, and the mother will be like, oh, well, she ate too. So, and she's full. But what got me mad is, all right, she ate too, but she's full. But, okay, now she can go have the fucking half a sleeve of fucking Oreos right after. Like I'm still like old school. Like I don't like wasted food. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like
Yeah.
I'm a different person as far as raising someone. And she was like, she didn't want me to hold her, and she didn't like my voice. I think she didn't like the authority in my voice or the
Okay.
way that I used to be like, no, because I would argue with a 1-year-old. You know me, dude. I don't give a shit. If you're
you're
doing,
like you're like Bernie Mac. You're like, I'll fuck a kid up.
you know what I mean? Like I used to be like, no, I'm not giving in. No. And my wife Ricky would be like, well, just she's like baby. And I'm like, no. And you know what? It's starting to show. It's starting to show
Yeah.
now the things that I did and the things that they did, because now the other day, like it wasn't a point where I didn't want to be around my granddaughter, but it was okay if she wasn't around, kind of thing. Like, because I
Right.
knew I was gonna yell and no one liked the yelling. And not that I didn't want her around, but you know what I'm trying to say? sounding like a
Hey,
dick. But it worked because the other day I was leaving and she, they wanted her to go in the car seat and she was like, and it fucking, brought a tear to my eye. She's like, no, nobody does this, but my grandpa does this for me, just me.
oh,
You know what I mean?
oh,
Like she
yeah,
now as she got older, she understood that grandpa's gonna do it
right,
right, and grandpa, you know what I mean? Grandpa's gonna teach me how
yeah.
to do it because he
Oh,
was such a dick when I was a kid.
how old?
You know what I mean? I think it's starting
Yeah.
to. She's 5 now,
Okay, okay. Yeah, so she's getting to
but
understand it. Yeah,
yeah, but I'm a dick from. Listen, I'm gonna be a. If I love you, I'm gonna be a dick from tomb to womb or from womb to tomb.
ride
You
or
know what I
die,
mean?
right?
Like it's not. Yeah, it's not gonna be. Oh, you ate one chicken nugget. Now go eat the half a bag of fucking cheese puffs. No, because if you can eat the cheese puffs, you can eat the whole box of nuggets that cost fucking $13 now. You know what I mean? Like, no,
Right.
and I'm not gonna be fucking because you're teaching them at that age it's okay to waste food, and I'm not a big waster of food. If I get a
Yeah.
big plate at a restaurant, I'm eating that shit till I'm bloated. I'm sorry.
No, you're
You know what
absolutely
I mean?
right. We were brought up not to waste food. I remember my grandfather, he would lose his mind even if you like scraped anything off your plate. But nowadays, these kids, they don't even like. Pete, I have a thing of Chipotle sauce in my fucking fridge. So, because that's the only thing my daughter fucking puts anything on is Chipotle sauce. I'm like, what is this shit? I'm like, it's fucking Thousand Island dressing. She's like, this stuff is fantastic. You don't even know, Dad. It's great. I'm like, it's Thousand Island dressing. Wake up.
Was it because her mother spoiled her or no?
Oh, man. Let me tell you, we all had a bit of a part in that. She's a good kid, but I want to fucking. I'm like, there's some days where I'm like, if you were a boy, I would fucking roundhouse you right now. I can't do that.
She's a girl.
She's a girl, and she
She's a
drives me up a
girl.
wall. But you know why? She was the first granddaughter, and yeah, her mother's, her grandparents on her mother's side, and my mother and Marty did some serious damage, spoiling the shit out of her. But she's a good kid. She does good in school for the most part. You got to stay on her. And, that's all I can really ask for, Pete. She's
Is she
like,
living
she's
with
going to be,
you?
no, just, I have her a lot. Probably, because her mother works for Microsoft. She's got a big job at Microsoft. So she goes to New York. She goes on trips a lot. So she's with me most of during the week a lot, and the whole stepfather, I'm not even going to get into it, but it's not a good situation. um so she's here with me a lot, but it's like in the fucking morning when I have her, Pete. I get her up and I'm like, all right, come on, let's go. So I get her up and she gets up and she's like fucking, like she just came out of World War II or something, like out of battle. I'm like, you just woke up. Wake up. Come on, wake up. And so,
I
and then I'll go.
can't stand people that need a whole fucking 2 hours to wake up. What is that?
She
What
does just to wake up.
what is
And
that? Like what the fuck is that? You got I just woke up. That was an hour. I know someone very close to me. I'm not gonna say who it is, but does that. Oh, I'll call. Oh, I just woke up. Oh, I gotta have my coffee. You ever see my posts in the morning or sometimes like
yes.
what do you mean you just no, you just woke up means you opened your eyes, you got out of fucking bed, and you took that one pill that's keeping you alive.
It's the truth, man. Oh my God, it drives me nuts. And then, she's in there doing her hair and makeup and curling her fucking eyes. I'm like, we got like 10 minutes. I'm like, come on. And you would think I'm like 10 minutes to fucking, Good Morning America. You're not going on fucking Good Morning America. You're not hanging out with Al Roker. You're going to fucking high school. It's like, give me a fucking break. And then she puts her fucking sweats on. And I'm like, well, that's perfect. You look like a fucking pretty homeless person now. So
Did you
I don't know.
that's another thing. It's like they're wearing nothing.
Nothing. I don't
They're
get it.
wearing nothing. Like you drive by a school and it's a fucking a cesspool of fucking yoga pants and fucking sweatpants.
Yeah, yeah, sweatpants and a piece of cloth on your shirt. Like for a top.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. It drives me nuts. I can't even tell you. I took her to see SZA. I think it was last year, and I could not. And we're going through. We went to Boston, and we're going through, and these girls are wearing halter tops. And all I can think of is when we grew up with Madonna, like a version, and I'm like, what the fuck is here? Like it's like it's doing like a complete fucking 360. But I'm like, you're not wearing that. You're definitely not fucking wearing that. And if I see you with that person wearing that, I'm gonna kill you. But
Are you
it was
doing that because it? Are you doing that though because what you used to do, or your thoughts of women back at that age, or you doing that to be a dad?
I'm doing that to be a dad because she's like a petite girl. She's not like I worry about her. So all right, let me tell you, right? She's this Saturday. She's going to see 21 Savage, and I'm like losing my mind over because she's going with her friends, and this is like her first concert at the Meadows.
Oh,
Pete, I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my mind. I know.
They're gonna drink, right? Just get it out of your head.
Drink, vape, you name it. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Oh, they vape.
So the good thing is her friend, her good friend Olivia. She's like I'm not saying she's a linebacker or anything, but she's a bigger girl and she looks out for her. So I'm like, and that's all I'm going to say. But she's a great kid. But she like looks out for her. It's like remember the movie My Bodyguard? That's who she has with her. So
okay.
So, but still, Pete, I'm gonna be losing my mind that night. I'm like, how did this happen? I can't believe your mother allowed you to go to this concert. I'm like, we're not going to see, I said, because I took her to see Billie Eilish, I said, this isn't Ariana Grande. This is 21 Savage in the north end of Hartford.
You got to sit through that shit too now because it's a girl.
What's that?
You got to sit through the Billie Eilish and all that other shit because it's a girl.
Oh yeah, I took her to see.
Oh man,
her first concert. I took her to see Ariana Grande. Then we went to see Billie Eilish.
Did you enjoy the music? Though, be honest. Did you enjoy the music?
I did enjoy it. I actually did. And let me tell you something. Billie Eilish, she's extremely talented. Her and her brother, they write their own music. They're really good. But but I don't know what to do, Pete. I'm like. This is the crossroads for me. I'm like,
this is what you do. I'm going to give you good advice right now. Get into a fight with her right now. Say some shit that you can't take back for like another 10 years. So you don't gotta hear or see what's going on. And then when she hits 26, just make back up with her. Let her mother fucking deal with it. That's all. Let her mother deal with it, because that's what I did. My daughter talked to me for 10 years. I didn't know what happened. I don't know when the first time she got that. I don't know shit. All I know is now she's graduated from college, making almost 6 figures, and she's got a boyfriend who looks like a fucking a retired porn star. That's all I know. That's all I care about. I don't want to know when she got her first period. I don't want to know nothing.
Pete, I can only dream that my daughter ends up like your daughter. I mean, that's amazing what she's doing. So, hey.
Oh, yeah, she got a master's degree. So.
Wow. Amazing.
Oh, Jennifer Hensley's listening. What's up, Jen?
Oh, what's up?
Happy anniversary to you and the Jeffster. Yeah. Nice. 40, what'd she say was 30 years?
30, 29? I remember when those two first started dating in high school. Holy shit. Yeah.
Dude, they're going on years. I think it was like 29, maybe 30, she said. They're going on years, dude. Like that was like Jeff's first love.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. Yep.
29 years. She had 29 years.
That was it. Jen swept him right off his feet. He didn't know what to do. I want to
thank Jen for... Jen inspired me to become a DJ because I was just starting. Wow. I only had like one turntable. I was just starting at the high school. And these guys became like fans, and they were like, they used to love when I would play freestyle. Like I didn't even know how to mix yet. And like these guys, like Jen and Angela and all of them, they were like, "Oh, we love when you DJ." I'm like, I'm not even DJing yet. I'm not even mixing shit yet. But I used to get the high school dances going, but I was a bad beat mixer. But that's what inspired me because they loved it, and I was like, "Oh man!" Like people are actually starting to like me because I didn't like that much, growing up. You know what I went through. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Well,
With fucking everybody, I was gay and shit. And you know what I mean? Like I went through hell. You don't remember that?
no. Who said that?
So I was Cindy Gallagher. So I was it was uh it was rough for me, dude, because it was eighth grade, summer of eighth
Really?
grade, and me and her used to not like fool around, but we'd be like really cool and everything, and whatever. We did some
Right.
whatever, we did boy and girl stuff. It wasn't like sex or anything, but she was like a
Yeah.
tomboy, so it wasn't like something I was attracted to. But we always hung out together.
Yeah.
So one
Okay.
day I slept over Charlie Mormon's house, and she went and told everybody that I was gay. You know what I mean?
Oh,
And it lasted from eighth grade to ninth grade to almost 11th or 12th grade because I
really?
was at Caner in my freshman year, and when I came back, now I had to deal with being a spinhead and gay. So when I
Oh
made
my.
Naugy at the end of freshman year, fucking,
Yeah.
but I'm not gonna say their name. A bunch of dudes chased me from the girls' gym to fucking small gas engines because they thought I was gay, and on top of it, a gay spinhead. So it
Holy
was
shit.
like the worst
I,
fucking thing
that,
to
jeez,
huh?
that's crazy. I didn't
Yeah,
know
and
that.
then rumors after rumors
Okay.
fucking fell through, and that's when I became a comic, kind of. That's where I started my comedy and being
Yeah.
funny because at the one point I was just like, if you
Well.
suck one or two, it's not gay, or I would just say shit to because I would learn like if whatever they said to me, I would take it and agree with them, and they would stop bullying me. You know what I mean? But it was
Right. Right.
rough for a long time, dude. It
Yeah.
was rough. Like no one would date me.
Shit. What was I gonna
So
say?
when good.
Yeah. No, no. I was gonna say you grew up with the music though too, with your brother. Manny was
Yeah.
he. Power station. I remember. I'll never forget going to the plaza. That dude up on top of the freaking. What was
That was
the
my brother.
record store? Huh? You were on top of the.
$26. That was my brother
Yeah.
Manny on top of the plot.
Yes.
But you know what it was? It was Studio 60 that got me my friends.
Right.
Because
Right.
everybody was like, "That's your brother? He owns that?" Because remember how busy it used to
Yeah.
get? And I used to
Busy.
walk in, yeah, fuck yeah, that's my brother, man. And they were like,
Yeah.
they even have to stand in line, and I would walk by everybody, fucking flipping them off. Like, where are you going? My brother owns this place. I'm getting it free. I'll be eating a slice of pizza while you fuckers are standing outside. Fuck those, fuck you, man. No way. Yeah, oh yeah. And then I'd be like, watch me
Right.
walk into the DJ booth. I used to tease people. Fuck yeah. Because I got to the point where I got tired of being teased, and I got tired of
Yeah.
being picked on. Where I started lifting weights, and I started like making people laugh, and I started DJing, and I started to develop, and the girls started taking interest in me, and I'm like, oh, this is good.
Yeah.
This is really good. My life's starting to turn now. You know what I mean? And then I got to a
Yeah.
point in my life where I'm just like, I got a big neck, and I look big, but I don't know how to fight. So I just act like I do, and then
Well,
people
that's
just
not.
stop fucking with me. Well,
You know what? We were never like we would get into little tussles and stuff. And I never fought. I was never a big fighter. I had it when I was in the service. I had to fight a little bit. Just because the Hawaiians didn't like the military out there. So when we would go to Waikiki, we would always get into a little bit of a tussle out there. But that was about it for
I
me. But you
remember
know
when
what's
you
weird?
left, dude. That was fucked up. God.
You do no. You know what's weird? Like I think about high school now, and I don't remember a lot of it. Like I don't know if I blocked a lot of it out or if it's just, you know, does that happen to you with certain things, or is that just
It
from
happens to
getting
me like 5 minutes ago. I forgot what we talked about. No kidding. Um, You know what I blocked out of high school? All that shit I just told you.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Like between my mother leaving me alone so she can go out and find a husband or whatever, being alone, remember her leaving a bag of Funyuns on the table and telling me that the Dukes of Hazzards comes on at 8. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? And that was like my babysitter. Make sure you go to bed before 10 because my brothers were
right,
already out and old. They were out partying. They were in high school, and I was the baby.
right.
I was fucking 10, 11, 12, 13, and she would leave me alone because she wanted to go out and meet somebody. So I had a lot of nights where I was scared, dude. Like to this day, if I walk into a room, the lights got to be on. You know what I mean? Like I mean, not as much now, but
Yeah, I hear you.
I gotta watch. I can't go to sleep without the TV on.
I do. Yeah, I do. I do usually leave like a nightlight on myself. I'm not gonna lie. You're not alone. It's just
No, I
it's who
don't
we.
give a shit, dude. I'm at the age. I don't. I've accomplished so much shit. I have a
Yeah,
house. I have a job. I've done so much things in radio. I don't give a fuck what anybody says to me anymore.
yeah.
I bet you a
At
lot
least.
of people are watching this stuff for the first time. Like, what's up with his hair? You know what I mean? Like, I don't.
Hey,
You
at least.
see my posts. I really don't care what people think, dude.
Yeah. No, and good for you. Because who cares, man? If you can't be comfortable in your own skin, I'll tell you that the couple things, I mean, couple things. I learned a lot, when I got sober. Is just what you got to be true to yourself, and that's it. As long as you're true to yourself, everything else kind of falls into place. And if it doesn't, that shit wasn't supposed to be there in the first place. So.
And then when I go to Naugy, I see people like Gene. I never really see Jeff or anybody, but I see people like Gene. Um, and they're all still cool. Like I don't see Kevin as much. I don't see I try to see Barry because those guys are always my closest. You know that.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
try to see Barry, but he's hard to get a hold of. I try to see Joey. He's always kind of hard to get a hold of. Casey. I try to see them guys, but they're all. I'm not divulging anything, but they're all doing their thing. You know what I'm talking about, and it's hard because I know one day I'm gonna open up Facebook just like when we saw that Larry died. It was like and then I
yeah.
couldn't even get back. It was like the worst thing that fucking ever happened because me and Larry were fucking practically neighbors. Like
Oh
my
God, yeah,
backyard met his back,
yeah.
so we
No,
were always.
I'm Larry. So did I. Remember? So did I. Remember? Yeah, he always
So
had that little. He had the little Pennsylvania accent with him. Be like, what the fuck you saying?
Oh my god. Yeah, Jen says that's why getting older is the plus. You never don't give a shit what anybody thinks. I don't.
Yeah. No,
I
it's
don't.
it's true. You know what? If
So what
we
do you?
have oh, go ahead.
Good. No,
No,
you
I
go
was
ahead.
gonna say at this point in our lives, we've made it to this far. It's pretty much kind of like we can cruise into whatever we're gonna be cruising into. You know what I mean? I took on this job as the plumbing inspector for Southington. Is it great? Not really, but it's got a little retirement to it, and who knows what. I kind of, that one day at a time thing. I kind of actually have to do it like that. You know what I mean? Like you never know what the fuck is going to happen from one day to the next. So just take it as it is. You know what? And I'm on this radio station with my oldest friend. I can't ask for anything more.
You can't. Thank you, man, for being on here tonight. I appreciate that.
Great.
What do we got on coming next week? I gotta just give a little plugs here. Next week
Yeah, go for it.
we have. Let's see, calendar. So next week we have June 5th. All right. So next week we have an actor named right there. He's going to be coming on. And if you guys ever listen to Radio 104 or PLR at night, there's a DJ named Ryan Roberts. He'll be on the show next week with me. I used to work with him back in the day. He's got a new morning show in New York, but he just let him go at Radio 104 about a month ago, and
Oh
he
shit.
was doing the 3 to 7 at Radio 104. Before that, he was doing PLR. He was doing the night shift, but he always gave me respect because when I was working for Chaz and AJ and everybody, he always was nice to me about it. So he was always, telling me how good PPRN sounded. So I said, you know what? Let me ask him if he wants to be on. So he'll be on, and then an actor named Isaiah will be on. So they're a big, nice big pack show next week. And if you guys can, just give me a like on Twitch. Give us a like on YouTube. Go to pprnradio.net if you want to share this show. It'll be ready as a podcast by about 10:30 tonight. And thank Derek, man. We got about another 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Anything
Hey,
you
this
want to
was
talk
so
about?
fun.
Anything you want to do? You want to play us? You want to play a song, or what are we gonna do?
Do you hear from Chaz and AJ and those guys? How are they doing? You know, like they give you a shout every once in a while.
I keep in. Hello. Ooh,
Yeah.
oh, hang on. I keep in touch with AJ. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah. He seems like a good dude.
Actually, he liked the show tonight. He gave me a like on the show. So yeah, he was watching for a little bit, I guess.
Nice.
Oh, Chaz Best was watching. Lisa Hayes was watching. Louise, remember Louise? Wheezy?
Oh, Wheezy?
Wheezy was watching tonight. Dawn was watching. A bunch of people were watching tonight. Jen was watching. Jennifer Renazizzi, Hensley, whatever. Rhonda
Yeah.
Adams was watching. Joe Chabanis was watching. Yeah, a bunch of people were watching. Bob Clark was watching. Give his show a like too. It's the Stripe Show on the podcast. Don't forget Melvin down here in Florida. If you want to DJ, go check him out. And Derek, you want to play us out or what?
Sure. What do you want to hear? Anything?
I don't care. Just play whatever. Any more? You got any more covers?
I do. Oh, you want to cover?
Originals.
All right, I got one for you right here. This one's called Rockaway, I guess. I forget. It was like Brunswick something. I don't know. It's a little ditty I wrote a long time ago. Let's try it. Okay, let's go. You can't hear this on the radio. You can't sing along. Tell me that you love to rock and roll. We rock and roll. When you rock and roll, gonna rock and roll. We'll rock away, yeah. We'll rock away. I can't talk to you on the telephone. Tell you what I'm thinking about when I try to sell my soul. When we rock and roll, when you rock and roll, when we rock and roll, we'll rock away. We'll rock away. We'll ride away. We'll ride away. All right.
Nice, dude. Nice. I appreciate Derek. Man, thank you for coming on. Finally.
Yes, I
Finally,
know.
after
I
all
made
these
it.
years, dude.
All right.
I
Awesome.
gotta have you back on again. You gotta get your computer working so we're not on delay. So
Yeah, I'll get my laptop working. I'll be all ready to go next time, and we'll do it again soon.
Derek, man,
Definitely.
please keep in touch. Come down to
Yes,
Florida. You've always been cool to me. You've helped us out
absolutely.
at the house. You helped me out a couple weeks ago. I love you so much, bro.
You're back
Please
in
stay
town.
clean like I am. And
Yeah. No, for sure, for sure. This was
yeah,
so much fun.
I was gonna mention, but I'm like, it's Memorial Day. People probably it was last minute for me. I'm like, people probably have lives and
Yeah.
they're probably doing stuff. So I don't get to see my granddaughters all too much. So I'm like, we were heading to Joey Garlic's when I was talking to you on the phone, by the way.
Oh, no kidding. Nice.
Yeah, and
That's
we drove by that gas station. We had that accident, and that's how I remembered you.
Ah. Did you get any New Haven pizza when you were up here or no? Did you go
I
to?
did. Ricky picked me up from the airport at 9:00. Was the parties?
Ooh, nice. Oh,
Yeah. She had it waiting for me, dude. That was like you. It's we have this little saying.
That-
She wanted if she gets me the chicken, I give her the dickin. And she showed up with a pizza. She showed up with a pizza.
A whole lot of dick in that night.
Ah,
That's a good woman you
sausage
have
and
there.
peppers, man. All
Wow.
right, Derek. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you
buddy.
for tuning in. We love you guys. Derek, this is the podcast. If you want to share it with anybody, go on my page, pprnradio.net. I'm going to put a link up in about an hour. And Derek, man, take care, please. If you ever want to come down here, bring your daughter with you. Bring Marie with you. I don't care. We got plenty of room. So tell your mother I said hello. Tell everybody I said hi. And take care of your daughter, will you?
You got it, man.
Derek, I love you. Everybody, you're welcome. Everybody, as we say at the very show, everybody stay black, y'all, and good night.